Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za. You're listening to the Megan Werner Show on brandlive.co.za. To book Megan,
Go to
www.meganwerner.co.za
now.
Hello and welcome to the Megan Werner Show. So today we've got an amazing guest in studio. So we've got our co-host Dylan Breitenbach, and
Hello.
he is going to tell you more about Niku, our amazing guest.
Well, today we have Niku Barnard in studio, and he is the owner of Safata and one of the directors and producers of Dreams, an international TV series that will air in a few months. Welcome, Niku.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So Niku, you've achieved so many things at such a young age. You're only 23 years old and you've done a lot of things. Where did it all start? Where were you born?
I was born in the Free State in a little small town called Welkom. Grew up there, went to school there, and I think at about grade 11, we moved from Welkom in the Free State to Hartbeespoort in the northwest, where I've been basically living for the past few years. I lived in Sandton for an odd year or so, but then moved back to Harties. And yeah, I think it all started there in Welkom. Started there, the seed was planted there.
And at what age did you start doing extraordinary things?
My mom would say always. If my mom had to say, she would say always. But I think probably at around about 7, I was the young little lad that always ran around singing, dressing up, reenacting scenes from movies and plays and stuff that I saw, and putting pillows in my shirt and doing a whole poem for the family. So since I was very young, the bug bit me, and was always inspired and interested in the performing arts industry.
So I know in our school and doing art things, children can get quite teased about it, etc. Because we'd also do a lot of sport. So the sport children would make fun of the arts children. Did you have any of those challenges while you were at school?
Oh, definitely. I think it's sad and it's unfortunate that society has gone there, because people that are in the creative and performing arts are always viewed different and weird and awkward. But then, it's because you don't fit the general stereotype of what people or society want you to be. So the norm and the general for schools is academics and sports, and now you do arts and it's a little bit different. So anything that's normally different for someone is normally weird for them and awkward for them. And I did experience it a lot during school, but I just got to a point where I'm like, you know what? Being normal is boring in any way, so let's just ace it, just own it.
Yeah, a quote that I love from Dr. Seuss is, "Why try to fit in if you were born to stand out?"
Amen.
So how did you overcome these challenges?
It's difficult. Look, I think it's difficult for anybody out there that are experiencing these challenges, that you want to pursue something that's different. You want to go into the creative arts. You're not the typical jock. You're not the typical guy that's into sports and all of that. I think what really helps is just to focus on your goals and your dreams. To just don't care about what the people say out there. Instead, you know what? I've learned that people tend to go and they want to try and be better than other people. And I think a big thing that helped me to overcome these things is I just got my mind, I got my mind to a place where I was like, I'm not going to care about what people say. I'm just going to focus on my goals and my dreams. And instead of trying to be better than other people, I'm going to try and be better than what I was yesterday. If I continue improving myself and I focus on my goals and just don't care about what people say, eventually, I'm going to do things that people don't want to do today, so that I can live the life tomorrow that other people can't.
Yes, I love that quote.
Yes, that's a very good motto to live by.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean that perseveres. Perseverance is the word.
Yes. So you are a CEO of SAFTA, right?
Yes,
Safata, excuse me. How did you come about that? Tell us more about Safata.
I think it's because since I was in a very young age, I was always interested in the performing arts. And I think it's because I was so interested in the performing arts that it was a passion of mine, a very big dream of mine, something that I wanted to pursue full-heartedly. And I went and I studied performing arts. I went and studied musical theatre. I went and studied film directing and script writing, and I learned a lot. But it was also, I also was at a point where I was like, I've learned a lot, but there's still so much more that I can learn. I mean, you go and you study and you get your degree, and then after you had your degree, you sit and you're like, okay, what now? Because now I've studied and I've got my degree, but what do I do now?
Yeah.
And they never teach you what to do after you studied. How do you get a job? How you go in it? And I thought, you know what? If I can create an institute that is different and unique, because I think my goal also for Safata was we don't want to be bigger. We don't want to be the biggest school. We don't want to be bigger than any of the other institutes, because those institutes are also great in their own unique way. But I think our goal was we wanted to be unique. We wanted to offer something that other people don't. We want to be a family. We want people to come there and be like, it's okay to be different. Come and come explore your uniqueness and your differences here, and explore it to the best of your potential, and don't be afraid to be yourself and let loose and do weird and wonderful stuff. We wanted to create a safe haven where people can come and explore their talents and their passions, and where you feel unique. You're not just a student. You're not just a number on a system or another paycheck for the people owning the company. We really want to help people, because I was so into the performing arts. It was really for me to help enhance and grow and inspire people. And I think that is how it all started. And I said, I'm going to create an institute that can be there for people, something that I never could have had. I want to give that to other people.
So if someone goes through Safata, what can they get afterwards? Like, would they have a degree, a diploma, work experience? What would they have?
All of the above. So Safata is internationally accredited. We've partnered up with quite a few companies worldwide, as well as in South Africa, to really give our students the best and to give them unique experiences. So we've got a wide range of full-time and part-time studies, tertiary studies, so when you finish matric and you want to come pursue that as a career. But we've also launched programs for kids, whilst you're in school and you want to pursue the industry and the performing arts, you can still do so. And if you come, for instance, and you come and study performing arts, you would walk away with an advanced diploma in performing arts, which is equivalent to a higher diploma in South Africa. And then you also have the option to add a second and a third and fourth year to your studies, which you will then obtain international qualifications equivalent to your degree and your master's degree. And we've plugged into a lot of film production companies in South Africa, to a lot of institutions in America and in the UK. We've really went over and beyond to not just give an education, so they don't just come to us, sit in a class, boring, get taught how to do everything, and then you graduate with a diploma, but they actually get mentored by people that are in the industry that have achieved great things, like Liesl Ayles, which is a phenomenal person and phenomenal actress. She's one of our mentors for the acting classes, and the students they love her. She's amazing. So you get to learn from people like her, and you get to get real experience and opportunities within the industry while you study. So it's not just about sitting in the class and sitting behind the books. You actually go into the field and you learn real life experience.
Yeah. And I know that's very important in today's day and age, because a degree doesn't really matter that much. You need work experience to get the job and to be able to do the job, because degree doesn't help that much. But are there any projects like films that you are working on which you include your students, or do they have to be part of projects out of Safata?
So both. So we encourage the students to get involved in projects outside Safata and outside what we offer. So we encourage them to get involved in extramurals and to get involved in other films and projects, because we're very nicely connected with quite a few companies. We provide them with the opportunities to get involved in other film productions and other feature films and short films and festivals and stuff like that. And then because we're interlinked with quite a few companies, we provide them with opportunities. So Windmill Productions, which is an amazing company that I've been fortunate enough to also join, and it's run by two amazing ladies, Ivaldi and Danielle, and they've got such passion for the industry. Really, they truly most unique people ever, and I'm so glad to be involved in their vision for the industry. And so they are one of Safata's partners, so whatever project Windmill takes on, like for instance the new TV series Dreams, our students get the opportunity to actually get involved in it.
Oh, that's quite cool.
So how did you get the job as a director at the Windmill Productions?
I was initially approached by the two directors of Windmill Productions, that was the executive producers of Dreams. I was approached by them to get involved in the TV series and to assist in developing the TV series. And then I was appointed as the showrunner for the TV series, which is a very big title that some people in South Africa doesn't understand, but it's like a glorified executive producer. So I was appointed as the showrunner, and we started working together, and we started working on Dreams day in, day out. And then, when everything came to Windmill Productions, they asked, it was, I can't even remember. It happened all so quick, and it was just fantastic. It was such a great opportunity. But I was approached by the two ladies, and they asked, they brought me on board for Dreams, for Windmill Productions, because I was involved in Dreams, and made me one of the directors of the company. And it's just been such an amazing experience.
Oh, cool. That sounds like an interesting journey.
So we're quickly going to take a break, and right after the break we are going to play a very exciting game that I love. It's called Rapid Fire.
Awesome.
And we'll tell you more about that after the break.
It's the official Major World Online Stew Invasion.
Bars on bars.
What about me right now? It's about our guest. Bafethi skip on. I'm out ngasalele bafethi. Yo, I'm a flenyana studio bafethi skip on. Oh, freestyle. Shenge freestyle. Fana kuma no baba Andy.
Hey yo Andy. Hashtag.
Ahlanganisela mawuthi beat dog. Ngocela.
Young niggas ambition, waking up is working for money. Changing their past, feeding their fams, balang lali. We keep it running like SPV, exchanging money.
Man, nice. Hey. Call them unexpected experts. White sweatshirt.
Hey.
Looking down on these niggas, my damn neck hurts.
Woo.
You can go ahead, homie, give me your best work. I bet you take your phone out and mumble up your first words.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville. This is brandlive.co.za.
Okay, so we are back from the break, and now we are going to play Rapid Fire with our guest, Nico Brandt. So he is one of the CEOs of Safata, and they basically train not only children but people after school, after matric. You can get your diploma, and he's just achieved so many amazing things. So how the rapid fire works is we've got 60 seconds, and we're gonna fire some questions at you. Sometimes it might be a choice between two things, or it's just gonna be like your favorite something.
Okay, cool.
So
sounds challenging.
And you can't pass, right?
So you're not allowed to say I don't know or something
You
like
just need
that.
to say something.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Challenge accepted.
Okay. Cool. Let's go.
Okay, so film or theatre?
Film.
Apple or Android?
Apple, definitely.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Pizza or ice cream?
Ooh, that's tough. Ice cream.
Fruits or sweets?
Sweets.
What is one of the princesses' name in the Frozen movie?
Elsa.
Sing the song that is stuck in your head.
Oh gosh, there's no song in my head.
The last song you listened to.
It's I'ma rise up. Can't remember the words. That was on the radio.
Airbus or Boeing?
Sorry?
Airbus or Boeing?
Airbus.
Flying or traveling by car?
Flying, definitely.
And then lastly, what's the color of your toothbrush?
Blue.
Cool.
Okay, cool. I think our time is up.
Yeah.
I almost forgot the color of my toothbrush.
Oh my gosh, I love just throwing the random questions in and the people are like,
Yeah.
what? So we've also seen that you have achieved, you've been in the aviation industry and you've had a career in flying. Tell us more about that.
I wouldn't call it a career. I think I would call it a phase.
Phase.
It was like a phase. It was due to several reasons and personal reasons, and it was like it was one of those things that at the time it felt right. At the time it felt like, yes, I want to be a pilot. But I think if I have to be brutally honest, I think it was more of a case, I think the reason I pursued aviation was more because of the, what we spoke about earlier, is how you get criticized for trying to go into the performing arts and the film industry. Because it isn't easy. Look, the performing arts and the film industry is very difficult, especially in South Africa. It is very difficult to try and, go out there and make something of yourself. So I think it was because of the fact that it's difficult, because of the fact that it's not always supported by everyone. People don't always deem the performing arts and the film industry as a proper job or proper career. They sometimes say, oh no, but it's a hobby. You need to get a real job. You do the performing arts on the side. I think it was because of all of those things around me that was happening at the time that I went into the thing and I was like, okay, you know what? Let me do the aviation. Then at least I've got like a backup. It seems cool, and there was several other reasons, and I went into the aviation and I did it for a full year and a half, got my PPL, and it was just after that I came to a realization that I wasn't doing this for myself. I was doing it to please people around me. It wasn't what I wanted to do. It wasn't my passion. It wasn't my dream, and I stopped it and I said, I don't want to be in a career for the rest of my life where I have to wake up and I have to say, oh, work again. I want to wake up in the morning and be excited to do my job. And that was the end of aviation.
So how long did this aviation phase go for? Like, how many hours did you have while you had your PPL?
Oh, I had a lot. Jeez. With all the training and stuff, because I got my PPL, I think I've had over like 87 flying hours. That's not including with your instructor and a few solo hours and all that. But I did the flying for about a year and a half. Got my PPL and got my stuff, and then after several other things, I just decided I'm not going to pursue it any further, and it's also very expensive.
It's very
extremely
expensive.
So I was like, at least the performing arts is cheaper to a degree.
Yes, so I'm busy with my PPL at the moment.
Awesome.
Basically a group of 20 teenagers we put together, and then we actually built a plane.
Oh, wow.
And next year, June, July 2019, we are going to fly this plane from Cape Town to Cairo that we built, and that's why I'm busy with my PPL, because I'm going to be the pilot.
Yeah,
so.
and I can imagine that's an amazing experience for you. Look, I don't regret going into the aviation, even though it wasn't something that was for me. I don't regret it, because I've learned in life that you can't hate the experiences that shapes you. And I don't regret it at all. It taught me a lot of valuable things, and I learned a lot. So, and it was an amazing experience. So I think you're gonna enjoy it so much.
I just love flying. It's hard work.
Yes, and the adrenaline.
Yes. So we heard that you're also a South African diplomat. Is that correct?
Yes, a youth diplomat.
Youth diplomat.
Cool.
So how did that come about?
There's this program, they called it the United Nations Model Youth Conference that they have every year. And basically it's a program where they get young individuals from all around the world and they elect them as diplomats for their countries to come to this big conference. It's a 4 or 5 day conference in, they change it every year. This year it's in Bangkok. And the whole purpose of the conference is to achieve global peace through diplomacy. There's this saying where they say the kids of today are the leaders of tomorrow.
Yes.
And I think that's the whole thing, what it's about. It's taking young individuals that are still in the millennium phase, or like, just out of school, and, they're busy studying. They are the people that can, pave the way forward.
Yes.
So the whole program is to talk about different topics that is revolving around all of the different countries and debating about it and finding solutions and learning the other countries and how they operate, and just it's an amazing opportunity. And so they advertised, or there was a thing that came up on my emails where I was invited to apply. And I actually didn't want to apply because I thought, well, what's the chances of me getting elected? And one of my friends said, no man, just do it. And I'm like, so I did it. And I was probably applicant number 1872 something. So it was 180,000 applications from all around the world. And a few months later, I got an email to say that I was elected for South Africa. I'm the only South African that was chosen to be a diplomat for South Africa to represent South Africa at this conference.
Wow. That is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
That's really cool. So, you've got a little bit more life experience than us. Only a little bit. What is one of the greatest things that you've learned on your whole journey in life?
Is to not give up. I think, I know it's such a cliche, but it's really, it's something that I still live by until today. It's not to give up. You know what? You're gonna get a lot of people out there that's gonna say that you can't do it. You're gonna get a lot of people out there that's gonna say, it's not gonna work. But it's when they say you can't do it and it's not gonna work that you have to use that to prove them, to prove to them that you can do it. And that is something that I've learned the hard way.
Yes.
It's not, don't give up. If you have a passion and a talent for something in your life, you go for it and you give it your best. And don't do something halfway. If you want to do something, then do it. Go for it full steam head first and pursue it with everything that you've got and don't back down.
Wow, that is amazing. So before we wrap up, it's a quote of the month. So Dylan, what would your quote of the month be?
I would actually say that now it's coming to the end of the year. So I would say that just keep on going. Don't stop now because it's becoming December. Go for your goals. You can still achieve it. So just keep on pushing.
Nico?
I would say that life, it's difficult. It comes down back to what I just said.
Yes.
I think I would say in life it's not about how hard you fall. If you get knocked down in life, it's not about how hard you fall. It's about how quickly you stand up and what you do next.
Yes.
That matters.
Wow, that's really cool. I think a quote that I've heard that yesterday that really stood out for me was, don't let people's negative attitude affect you. So keep doing your best. And I think that's really important, to not let other people affect you and you just keep doing your best every single day and achieving new goals. So unfortunately our time has run up, but Nico, thank you so much for taking the time to come to us. We've learned a lot from you today and we've just had an amazing time with you.
Yes.
Last thing, if people want to contact you, they want to become part of your family, how can they get a hold of you?
So I am on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Google and all of those wonderful things. So you can just go onto my Facebook. I've got my personal one. I've got my fan page, Nico Barnard fan page, or my Instagram. You can follow me on there. You can pop me an email at admin@zafata.co.za, which is a general email that I've got access to most of the times. And even if it's about anything else and not about Zafata, they can pop me an email to that. And then,
A webpage, maybe?
For Zafata,
Yes.
It's www.zafata.co.za.
Cool.
And I would say that people should keep an eye out because we are very, very excited about Dreams, the new TV series that's coming out shortly. And we will be releasing a lot of exciting information on social media very shortly, including who the cast is, the amazing cast. And we will have opportunities for people, young people and the public to also get involved in Dreams.
Wow, that's really awesome. So hopefully you're listening out there. It is admin@zafata.co.za.
Perfect.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was fun.
Okay.
You have been listening to The Megan Werner Show on brandlive.co.za.
Catch her again on the first Tuesday of every month.
www.meganwerner.co.za.